We didn't watch the UFC.
Yeah, not the most exciting. Well, it was an exciting card. Mackenzie Dern,
Yeah.
great fighter, not really a massive draw for me. So I'm not that interested.
Yeah. No. It was not. It was not the best fight card. It wasn't the most appealing. So
No, last
not
night
one of us-
belonged to Tyson Fury
and Wilder.
and Wilder.
Yeah,
But
no.
obviously Tyson Fury.
Obviously, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing fight. It was.
I'm still not a massive boxing fan, but I'm definitely a Fury fan.
I
Yeah,
must
but-
say, guy, and I text you during the match as well.
Yeah.
During the fight, and I told you that it's basically those two guys and Canelo,
And
that
Canelo,
keeps
yeah.
boxing
Boxing
alive.
alive. And Jake
So-
Paul, we can't forget.
And Jake.
And Jake Paul.
Don't say that. So, well, it was such a good fight. Tyson looked so fit, and it was insane that he kept up that pace for
Yeah.
11 rounds.
I mean, round 8, he got knocked down, obviously. I think
Yeah.
it was round 4, he got knocked down
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
And I mean, round 6, he was up, he was bouncing around,
Yeah.
and Wilder looked like he was going to die.
Yeah, no,
So it's
but hats
flat-footed.
off. You know, I'm not a big Wilder fan, but
Yeah.
hats off to him. He went out on his shield like
He
he
did.
wanted to the
He did.
first time. The first time he got finished. So it was really a really good performance.
No
by
excuses
Fury.
this time.
Yeah, I like that technique he uses quite a lot, and I see it's quite a thing they use a lot in boxing and not a lot in MMAs, where they like almost hit down with the hands. They like push their hands down and they come
Yeah,
over.
I think Usman did that to Masvidal.
That's how he finished him. So you can see some of those boxing techniques translate
Crossover
into MMA.
And talking about those guys, sorry, like did you see the robe curse? So
Yes.
Masvidal wore the robe,
Yes.
got finished. Conor wore the robe, got
Got
finished. Tyson, he broke it. Well done.
Yeah,
well
yeah,
done, Tyson.
yeah.
That was insane.
And,
but I mean,
but speaking about the robes, the walkouts were much better this time. It wasn't a hour-long show, and I must say when I saw that guy with the beard doing facial stuff with his nails, I was like, oh my
goodness.
this is gonna take 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But Deontay Wilder, he came out quickly. It was like 3 minutes. Walked out to the cage. They didn't waste any time.
compared
which is
to AJ and Usyk,
Yeah.
yes, that
I
we ranted about this earlier, but it was and I really liked the card. It was a good show. Not really the card.
Yeah, well, the main event.
The main event.
Let's be honest, we didn't watch the other fights.
Boxing isn't very interesting.
yeah, but the main event really if I had to pay, which luckily thanks to Supersport we don't, but if I had to pay for that fight and I only got to watch that, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
That was,
it was
really an entertaining fight to watch.
It was really impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, we got in there, and I think Wilder looked really, really good in the first few rounds.
Especially the first round where he came out aggressive with those jabs to the body.
jab.
He should have just set it up with attacks to the head. Like, why would you hit the body and then you're in range and then you stop?
Low, high, obviously.
Yeah,
But
just go to the top. But Tyson was, he was so composed as well. It didn't look like the power of Wilder, affected
Really
him,
phased him.
at all.
I think, yes, that man, I don't know, he's a real life Undertaker. He's the real life.
Yes.
He got knocked down twice, got up.
Yeah.
The first fight, obviously, he got knocked out.
Yes,
And he got up.
He got knocked out, yeah.
So
It's
He's so
insane.
tough.
The mental aspect of the fight you can see in Fury, and the way he can overcome adversity not only in his career but in the physical fight as well. So he went through adversity. Shout out to his coach as well, which told him in the corner, like, okay, this is what you need to do. These are the steps, and then you can see Fury actually respond and tell him like, I got you, no worries, let's go.
Didn't he say what did he say it was made of? Big iron and
It's pickaxe iron or something like that.
big iron, which is like a really crude but really hard iron,
okay.
and then something else. But that's true.
Yeah.
No, I'm a fan. I'm a big
It
fan.
was really a good fight.
So it's we can also, but I mean, how he's bouncing around for a guy of his size with his muffin top.
277. I wonder if that was a big factor in Wilder gassing out so quickly, because you could see them literally exchange and then clinch, and then when he clinched, you know,
he was leaning on him,
and like telling him like
Tyson
keep me
Fury
out.
has a mean guillotine.
And he has a mean guillotine. That ref told him, hey, stop doing that.
But it was good.
So it was really.
I think that tired out his legs, because Wilder, his legs were gone.
If that was their game plan, like before the fight, saying, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna clinch up, we're gonna tire him out.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Worked really well.
Brilliant.
Really well.
So, and you couldn't really. Wilder didn't make a lot of adjustments during the fight, which was quite disappointing. I would like to see him attack the body from the outside a little bit more and then come in with bigger shots. But yeah, I think just Fury was too much for him.
After Fury got knocked down, I was like, okay, we've got to fight. Got to fight. And then I think Tyson was in a corner and he slipped out of the corner like really beautifully. At that stage, I thought, okay, this fight,
it's done.
Tyson is back.
It's done.
This is amazing. So, but Wilder's legs, you could see his legs are really, really thin.
Yeah.
So he's a big dude up top, and then he has this thin leg. So, and I think that just gave out.
Yeah.
Just if you have a man of Tyson Fury leaning on you, I don't care how big you are, it's gonna really lean on you.
Yeah.
But I mean, congratulations.
And, Wilder also kept on, like, he started with his guard up nice and high, and then you could see from about the third or fourth round, he started holding his hand. So I don't know if he broke his left or right hand. I'm suspecting he did, and the commentator said that as well. But I actually saw him. Why would you hold your hand like this and then low and then get caught every single time? So I do suspect it's gonna come out. His equilibrium, his ear started bleeding again.
But that was like the game plan for Tyson as well. Because last time he also affected his equilibrium, right hand to the left ear, and that worked really well for him again. Wilder came out really, really technical at the beginning, and I really liked it. And then as soon, I think from round 5, 6, you could see him get tired, and he was just looking for the big right overhand. So, but props to Tyson. There's no one that beats Tyson right now.
I agree 100%. I don't think Usyk or
Joshua
will beat
against him.
I don't think
he's just too good.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do now, because Dillian Whyte has a man. If he beats that other opponent he's fighting, he gets a title shot
at Fury
against Fury. Yeah, and now Anthony Joshua also
he exercised his rematch clause.
Yes, about 12 hours ago. So Eddie Hearn, or whatever that guy's name is, he said he's gonna make that fight happen again. So I would like to see the unification of the belts. That would be great. That would be awesome.
I just want to. The thing is,
my ideal would be for Anthony Joshua to beat Usyk, and then you have
the unification.
Tyson and Joshua in England. You know, sold out stadium.
I'm gonna be honest. This fight has made AJ versus Fury less interesting to me, because I can't see a universe in which AJ beats him.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to see that happen. Who knows? You know, we have seen Joshua come back and make adjustments.
Yes, that is true.
Which a true professional does, and then he walks away with the win. His fight against Andy Ruiz, the first one, obviously he got knocked, and then he came back and
dominated the
brilliant with a technical boxing game plan, and he utilized that. So if he has the right people in his corner and they can see the gaps in Tyson's game and they can execute on that, then it's I think it's still an interesting fight. I think the British fans are gonna love it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's two of their main men scrapping it out, so it's something to look forward to. And not like next week's UFC fight, right?
Aston Ladd versus
whoever.
I don't know.
Dumont.
It's really not that interesting. There's
she missed weight with quite a lot,
but she's moved up her division.
Yeah, and then Misha Tate just absolutely roasted the crap out of her on social media.
Yeah,
and now she's moving up, and now she gets a main event.
So it's a bargain.
It's not really UFC's fashion to have you miss weight and then have you fight in a main event. But I'm guessing they had to get a quick replacement for Holly Holm, which is out of that.
Yes.
Out of that.
But I think both fighters got replaced. So Aspen stepped in for a fighter.
Yes.
And then the other fighter that she was supposed to, the other girl, also dropped out.
Oh,
so it's a completely new main event.
Okay.
That's why I said I don't know the opponent.
Yeah.
But great. Well,
I'm probably not gonna wake up at our time if we have to watch the fight live. It's about 3.
Yeah, the main card starts at 3 or 4 in the morning.
That's the Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna wake up for that fight at night. I'm not gonna wake up for the main card. I'll check the highlights afterwards.
Watch the card.
But after that, we have fights that we will wake up for.
3 weeks in a row.
Glover Teixeira.
We first have Costa Vittori.
Okay,
but
yes.
But for that card as well, I'm just waking up for the main event.
Oh, really?
Well, there's not much on the undercard. But I'm waking up for that.
It surprises me how big of an underdog Costa is in that fight.
Yes. He's not a big underdog, but he is the underdog.
It's gonna probably still change closer to the fight.
Yes.
But I can't see Vittori win that fight.
People dismiss. Remember, Costa's 12 and only won. He's only lost to Adesanya.
Yeah.
And
before that, he absolutely demolished.
He was definitely Adesanya's biggest challenge going into their match. And now suddenly it's like, oh no, he's an underdog against Vittori.
Yeah.
That's a good bet.
Yes, that's a very good bet.
Really, really good bet.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting fight. And then Glover Teixeira and Jan Blachowicz. We have them. That's going to be great. And then we have Corey Sandhagen and
Peter Yan.
That's a
fantastic fight.
That's a better fight than Peter Yan and Sterling.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan of Sandhagen. I'm a fan of Sandhagen. But him in the cage and his personality outside. Peter Yan is so good. I'm just not a big fan of him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting matchup to bet on.
He looks like. It lets me think, like, if he was bigger, he needs to be bigger. If he was like 10-20 centimeters taller, I could see him like in 1960s Russia at some kind of KGB Russian hitman.
Yes. Yeah, he's a stone cold killer. And that's also something that I like when I see him fight. No facial expressions. He goes in there, gets the job done. And then he walks.
I would not want to fight him.
Yes. It's a guy that, like we said, it's like fighting Valentina Shevchenko. Yes. It looks uncomfortable. It's like if I had to fight a girl, I would not like to fight her.
Valentina.
Or Amanda Nunes. It just looks like everything hurts.
Yeah, it's just I'd rather fight Aspen Ladd than Valentina.
Yes, most definitely. So we have now. You can call it a stinker of a fight card, and then it gets gradually better going into November.
Yeah, I think the UFC just decided, okay, we're going to bless them with 3 weeks. Yes. But before that, we need to fill the weekend. We need to fill the cards. So
but we'll keep on supporting them. Not maybe in the live events.
We're definitely going to watch it, and we'll briefly chat about it.
Yes, yes. So we have that upcoming events which we can look forward to.
The 6th of November, we're not going to chat too much about now, but we've got Canelo fighting Plant.
Yes.
We've got probably my favorite fight card of the year.
Yeah.
We'll chat about that later. Yeah. But yes, I can't wait for that.
A lot to look forward to.
Yo. It's a good year to be a fight fan.
What the hell is happening in Bellator?
Yeah,
until Michael Venom Page
fights again, I'm not
Lima, then we're not sure.
Well, the Pitbulls. I'll watch the Pitbulls as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fare in the UFC. I think they would fare quite well.
I don't think so.
Patricio Pitbull, I think he's the featherweight. The featherweight division is just so stacked.
It is stacked.
But
I think they get their ass kicked.
You got a request last week just to talk about your fight career a little bit more and how you got your start and how you progressed from basically 14, 15 years old kickboxing to 12
years old.
I knew that.
Yeah.
12 years old kickboxing to now 21 being a contender in the UFC.
Yeah, I'll make a separate video on that later on as well when we have the right equipment and then we can play old fight footage as well, which I'm actually collecting from my parents and family members and stuff. But basically, started, because here in South Africa, for the people that don't know, we have the EFC, which is our regional circuit, pro circuit, if you can say that.
There's not really other professional promotions in Africa in general.
Yes.
So this is the main one. It's the main stepping stone towards.
It is the landmark here, and I happen to be at my father worked for Carnival City, which was hosting those events, and I just happened to be there the same day as that event, and then I watched. I think it was one of like EFC 17 or 13,
like really early days.
Like early days. You know, it was something very. They haven't had a lot of events, and then I told my dad, like, I want to do this. I don't know what this is, but I want to do this. And I literally rode my bike for 2 weeks just in the area of where we stayed in Garsfontein in Pretoria East, looking for gyms. Yeah. Because my parents are like, oh, whatever.
It's a phase.
Go try and look for one. If you find one, we'll sign up.
Yeah.
And then I tracked a kickboxing gym down, and then I was like, I found it, so now we have to go.
Train. Yeah.
So my dad took me to the gym the one day, and by that time I started learning the techniques by watching YouTubes and
YouTube wasn't a big thing back then.
I had EFC DVDs, which I got for free from that event.
Yeah, from
and I stole from them as well. But and so we had that, and I practiced the techniques on my brother, and then I joined.
Your significantly younger brother.
Yes, very significant younger brother, and then I joined the gym, and at that time I was 12 years old. Yes. So then we had kids classes in the afternoons. So I would finish school at around 2, and those classes will start at 3. So I would finish school, jog home, eat, not do my homework, and then run to the gym, and then I would help give kids classes with the senior coach, Anthony Labuschagne at that time. And I was at the gym the whole day, so I would stay there until the night, and then I would do cardio kickboxing classes, I would do kickboxing sessions, and then MMA sessions. And at that time, a big mentor of mine and a training partner, Cole Henning, he was also at the gym. So he
is that Hitman Henning?
Yes, yeah. So he took me under his wing, and he helped me in the start of my career
to immensely develop your. See, that's so cool.
And that's basically how it started. And then in 20,
I was just about to ask when the shift came to CIT.
Yes, that gym they moved to Silver Lakes, and I jogged to the gym. So to jog all the way to Silver Lakes was very impractical. It was there was no way. So at that time, Q4 Fuel, which was our main sponsor, they told us to move. They want to sponsor. They helped me a lot with just paying gym fees, and I gave class to their son and stuff like that. And then they started just exploring the options to sponsor a whole gym, not only just one athlete. And then they started sponsoring Team CIT, and I was about 14 at that stage. And I expressed to my previous coaches that I wanted to fight K1 as well. I didn't want to just fight light and semi-contact, tap kickboxing. And so they gave me the option to go to CIT, and then obviously I knew the team for who they were. You know, watching the EFC DVDs,
the team in South Africa.
Yes, Leon Maynard, Michiel Opperman, all those guys, that Tumelo Maputa, all those guys that were in CIT. And when they said, I was like, oh, let me yes. It was pretty straightforward.
But how intimidating was that, walking into this room of killers, and you're just, you were not big in high school.
No. And a 14-year-old kid now walking there, and I got to meet Drickus. I was so nervous because obviously I knew who he was. Yes. And then we met at a cafe just to talk about what our class times will be and how it will work. And then the first time I got to the gym, it was like a real rough basement. Just like how in every movie they show an MMA gym, that's how it looked, you know.
Brick wall.
Exactly. There was like spray paint on the walls.
I've seen. I was not at. I'm also now at Team CIT as an amateur, but I was not at CIT when they still had the red mats.
Yes, and
that's classic.
You hear a lot about it.
About the red mats.
Yes. So you hear about the old gym in the basement, and then when I got there, the first guy I met there was Leon Maynard, and you know, obviously
big hero of yours at this stage.
And he was the front runner for that team. So it was so cool to, you know, join them, and then started training under Drickus, and he helped me go, you know, over from light and semi-contact, and he was like, no, we're not going to do that.
We're going to do it properly.
We're going to do full contact, you know, K1. And won SA title for K1, and then we started slowly, you know, transitioning into MMA, and then there wasn't, let's be honest, there's no future really in K1. That's what I think personally.
Well, if overseas, if you're European, if you're from the Netherlands,
but even then, you know, like
Glory kickboxing,
Glory,
and stuff.
Also there's bankruptcy, you know, rumors and stuff like that.
To be a South African
yes.
and to make a living from K1 is either it's close to impossible.
Yes, most definitely. So so that's basically how it started, and then we just kept the good thing going.
What age was your first MMA fight?
First MMA fight would probably
full contact MMA
I think I was about 14, 15. So I wasn't training with CIT for long, and then we had our first fight.
Your first fight.
Just like I think I trained at my first kickboxing gym for like 3 weeks, and then I got my first fight.
Okay, but that was light contact.
Light contact, yes, and then I won. My first fight, got my ass kicked, cried, and and then won my second fight and took the bronze medal. Cried my eyes out, and I promised myself like that would never happen again. It did.
I'm a gold medal man.
Yes, I'm a gold. I
5-star man.
I like them medals. I prefer them to be gold. So that was it. I learned a good lesson right at the beginning of my career, which was pretty cool. And now I have great people around me, so it's fun to look back at that and then see where we were and where we are now. You know, so
I'm kind of biased, but Team CIT it's the number one MMA gym in the country.
I think so most definitely.
We're both a little bit biased,
and I think and we are biased, but just looking at we are intact. We are a family, and the guys, they stay very close to each other, and we also get a lot of compliments for that. You know,
it's such a if you are living in Pretoria, just shout out to Team CIT. There's nothing better for the amateurs. It's such a community.
Yes,
the coaches are incredible. Just go there.
And we are actually expanding as well. So we have a new facility opening up in about a month and a half's time. I'm not sure if that's a secret.
I don't know.
Well,
coming soon.
Now you know.
Still going bigger and better.
Yes, but so we have that to look forward to, and we'll keep the good thing going.